Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another great, amazing, awesome, cool, spectacular episode of Milk Lovers Anonymous. I'm your host, Jonas Goldberg.
Welcome, one and all to the shit show that is my life. Just kidding. This is gonna be a great time. I'm gonna probably piss my pants laughing because I'm Akiva. I'm joined by my fabulous co-host, Jonas.
That's me.
Didn't almost forget your name. I did not wake up 2 hours ago. We're fine.
That kind of pussy. I only woke up an hour ago. Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Uh, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo se va?
Comment ça va? Je vais bien. Je suis très fatigué. J'ai dormi. J'ai dormi très bien, mais j'ai mal à l'estomac et, euh, et j'ai mal à la tête. Mais je vais travailler 13 heures, 3 heures, something like that. What about you, Jonas? How are you doing?
Estoy bien.
You don't speak any more French, do you?
Estoy muy cansado.
There you go.
Mm,
That means I like to hug dogs in
that's what.
Spanish.
Yeah. Good job. Estoy bebiendo uh, un café. Me gusta café muy mucho. No,
I
no,
want to
mucho.
I want to have coffee right now, but I cannot buy coffee because my debit card is gone.
Ah, mierda.
And
Uh,
I don't have any cash.
merde. Both.
Merd.
Yeah, merde.
Tabernac.
Say,
Yeah.
I forgot tabernacle. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's so funny.
Tabernac.
That's so funny. Uh,
Did you understand everything I said?
no. I understood je vais bien. I understood that. Like, I understood like an okay amount at the beginning, and then by the end, I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
So, I have a stomach ache and a headache.
Uh,
But I'm going to work in 3 hours. So here I am.
sí. Mi estómago no enferma,
Cansado.
pero si o no como estará. Anyways,
How did you sleep last night, Jonas?
fine. I got like, you know what? I got 8 hours in total, technically, because I woke up at 9, but then I fell back asleep, so then I woke up at 10.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man. So we're just a couple of happy campers here, all tired and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Jonas, what are we talking about today? Because I can't think of any more segues.
Oh man. Well, you know, crazy shit happens in our lives. Like, sometimes we get a fucking something dream. And by the way, today we're talking about crazy dreams. Whoa. Uh, I probably could have thought of a better segue, but I don't feel like it. Uh, Essentially,
Fuck segways.
indeed, fuck segues.
Taking up foot traffic. Motherfuckers. God.
So the thing is that it's Ah, fuck, my arms hurt. Okay, yep. I should have seen that coming. Anyways, uh, so Akiva and I both dream. I know, crazy, but we both dream. And because of that, we have some pretty crazy dreams sometimes. I know, again, crazy. Now, unlike Akiva here, I write down my dreams. So even if I don't vividly remember the dreams, I will say, well, that's clearly what I dreamt. So here it is. Um, and I'm excited to share it all with you today. But Akiva, if you would like to go first and share your crazy dreams, you are allowed to.
Yeah, so I have a list of dreams that I keep in my just in ye ol' noggin. And it's dreams where celebrities are just randomly in my dream. Like they're not like the center of my dream either. They're just like, oh hey. Or like they're in certain roles of my life where it's just like, oh yeah, this is my roommate. This is the dude that's doing this. Um so the first ever like celebrity dream I had was uh so I was working and then I had a girlfriend in my dream. I know, crazy. Uh um but I had
That's
a
not
girlfriend in this
realistic.
dream.
Ha
Yeah,
ha
I
ha
know.
ha. Ah ha
Who
ha
would
ha.
date me?
Ah ha 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 ha. Ah
Where's your
ha
laugh track?
ha. I was trying to
There you
play it. I
go.
was trying to play it. It wouldn't do what I wanted it to do. Anyways, yeah, I played it. There we go. We're all happy now.
Oh my fucking. Um. So, I went on break at work, but I went on a date with her to this restaurant, and it was like a fancy restaurant, but it was in like a weird mall plaza, so you wouldn't think it's fancy, but you go in and it's all fancy. It's got like chandeliers and like
Whoa.
dress. Everyone's all dressed up, and suddenly I'm dressed up, and I look over to my right, and playing the piano is Will Ferrell.
Whoa.
Will Ferrell is just playing the piano and
I...
singing, and he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, hey, Akiva, how's it going, man? Have a seat." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, Will Ferrell," and he was like, "Hey, go ahead, have a seat, buddy." And I go and I sit down with my girlfriend, and he's just singing and playing the piano, and then I wake up and I'm like, that was fucking weird. That was really
So in
that
this
was
dream, apparently you and Will Ferrell apparently had a history together. Like
yeah.
apparently.
The implication is that Will Ferrell knew me and like went was working at a restaurant playing piano and singing very beautifully. Pretty fucking epic, not gonna lie, but also really fucking weird, right?
Yeah, no. Like I don't even like. Plus, also that implies that Will Ferrell's career is just like gone down the toilet if like the way he makes money is just by like singing at restaurants.
Or or he's taking some creative leeway and is doing that for fun, excuse me.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
Um
point.
I mean, who knows? I don't know. You could go ask him.
Yeah. I mean,
If
well,
I tell Will Ferrell, "Hey, I had a dream about you," I think he'd probably be like, "Get away from me, you fucking freak."
yeah. Oh my
Um,
God, Doc. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I remember. I was talking with fucking Will Smith, right? And I fucking told him, "Oh my God, dude! Like I fucking recognize you, from fucking I fucking recognize you from fucking Men in Black. Like, oh, what's up?" And this guy's so fucking rude. He's just going like, "Oh my God, what are you doing in my house? Like, how the fuck did you get in here? I'm calling the police." And it's like,
what a
dog, like,
prick.
yeah,
God,
exactly.
you asshole.
Yeah,
Fucking God, doesn't even want to interact with fans.
yeah, I know, right? Fucking
What a
piece of
prick.
yeah, yeah, no, I know, it's crazy.
Fucking God. I can't stand people that are like that. Um, okay, so yeah, do you want to tell a story or do you want me to tell you my next celebrity dream story?
I'll tell you a shorter one. I have one in here that is so fucking long because it's like a mix of like, wait, was this even like the same dream? Wait, hold on. What? Wait,
Does
I
it
have.
all blend together?
A little bit. Okay. No, it doesn't actually. They're like very different. But anyways, I'll tell you this one. This one's very short. Okay. So, I once had a dream, and in my dream, uh, my cousin died. It starts off really, really fucking depressing. And after that, my mom added me to a dance competition. And, like, okay, so after my mom added me to the dance competition, I had the choice of what song I wanted to dance to. And I
Okay.
danced to the song Banana Man, if you know what that song is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's strange because, in my dream, I was like dancing super well, and like if you know me, I am not a good dancer. Like I can like confidently dance, but I am not a good dancer.
Banana Man.
Do you see banana man? Yeah.
But why that song?
Okay, so I really like that song, but like I don't know, it doesn't seem like a good like dancing song. Like you know,
No, that's what I mean. Like, it's
yeah.
a good, it's fine, but like,
Like okay, I remember like in like the dream, I remember that like I was like I remember that I was like I like basically like you know once like the guitar started playing like basically like you know after basically after started going tonight we dance around the flames you know like after that started going I just started like going off. People were like, whoa, Jonas is dancing so well, and I was like, hell yeah, I am. Look at these sick moves. But like I don't even like okay, I think that in the dream because like you know like universe rules change in your dream, so like I don't
yeah,
know if like I was dancing well by like real life standards or if just like in my dream the shitty dancing I was doing was like considered good dancing, you know like you know like I don't know. So like so like realistically I have no idea. You know. And then also, I apparently also wrote down that I was drinking alcohol. And that sounds like nothing, but I fucking despise alcohol and I refuse to drink it. So that's so that is that's why I wrote that down because that is not something I would ever drink. Uh
huh? So, huh?
so
You really had a good dance to Banana Man, I guess.
apparently and it was like a dance competition. I don't know if I even won. I just know that I danced. And it was like outside. Like it was like basically so like for context the way that it worked was that it kind of like even though I had to like apply to be in it, it kind of seemed like I don't know. It didn't seem like it didn't seem like well put together. Like the basically like the stage was made up of like people like making a circle. So basically like when I danced, they were just
Well, I mean, yeah, like it's your dream. You don't know what goes on in a fucking dance. Like, you don't know everything that goes into a dance thing. So like, you're just kind of like, yeah,
right, but
music,
like
people around me, Banana Man.
right, but I assume like a dance competition takes place on like a stage. You know, it's what I'm like guessing. You know, like you know, I assume
Right.
like you know like I assume they don't just have like I assume they don't just like go out onto the beach and just go like, all right, this is where it's gonna take place. Like it was super poorly put together, but like also I don't know. Apparently it
Yeah,
worked. Apparently, like I ain't gonna dog it. I guess. Uh,
it worked really well for you.
do you have any other dreams?
Yeah. So, um, really weird fucking dream. So I'm sitting on a couch in like one of my old apartments that I lived in a long time ago, like 2015. Um, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching the TV and I'm like, I look at my hands and I'm like, oh, my hands are really dry and like cracked because my like I have an allergy to like the sanitizer and detergent that a lot of restaurants use, so I have to
Right.
like wear gloves and stuff whenever I do dishes. Um, so I was like, oh man, my hands were in really bad shape and they were all cracked and split and stuff. I was like, oh, my hands are really like And then sitting next to me, some guy sits next to me. I look to my right. It's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's like, "You got
What?
to try Gold Bond."
Yo.
And I was like, "Well, Shaquille O'Neal," and he was like, "Yeah, man." And he was like, "I'm your roommate, Shaquille O'Neal." And I'm like,
Wait, what?
"My roommate was Shaquille O'Neal."
That's awesome.
Um,
What the fuck?
I know. So he like squirts it on my hands, and I like start to rub, and he's like, "No, man, you gotta lather it in there. Hold on." And he grabs my hands and works it in with his own hands and lathers it. And he's like, "There you go." And I went, "Wow, thanks, Shaquille O'Neal." And he was like, "You're welcome." And he winked at me, and he was like, "Buy Gold Bond." And I woke up, and the first thing I fucking did was I went and I bought Gold Bond and I used it.
Hell yeah. Is it good?
I I think Gold Bond is good, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But God fucking damn it, Shaquille O'Neal. Yep, that was great.
Yeah.
Um, and then a really quick one. It was like the next night, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm notorious for not checking the weather ahead of time,
Yeah.
like at all. Like I'm just a big dummy and I don't check it. Um, so I had a dream, right, that I had a Domino's free pizza on the app,
Okay.
and I ordered a Domino's pizza with pineapple, onions, and olives.
Okay.
Um, and I like, but like, and then I remember like going outside to pick it up, and like, it was like cloudy and it had just rained, right?
Okay.
Well, I wake up, I look at my phone, I have a Domino's free pizza, and then I get a pizza with pineapple, onion, and olive. And then I go outside and the weather is cloudy and it just rained. I guess my brain was just like, dude, like I literally woke up. It was like I had smoked the night before, like smoked weed the night before,
Right.
and I got very high. But like, man, that fucking dream.
You literally fucking predicted the future. Jesus Christ.
I know. I literally just like predicted my own future, and that was really fucking funny. Oh my fucking god, that was like a crazy dream.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then yeah, I have like one more crazy dream I remember. I could probably think up more if you want to buy some time with your with one of your other dreams.
Okay, I'll read you one that I have. So this one I don't have fully written down, but I remember it very well. Um, so I will, I will read it word for word, and I'll add commentary where needed. We were going somewhere. I wrote somewhere because I don't remember where. Like we were in the car, right? And I really needed to go to the bathroom. We stopped at a school. Terrible idea, but this is a dream, so whatever. Which apparently was only allowed to be used, which apparently only admitted people who, which apparently only admitted people of Middle Eastern descent. Fine. Like,
Interesting.
it's like that's weird because because like there's schools that only admit Muslims, but like this isn't like Muslims. It's just people of Middle Eastern descent. You know, uh, we had gone in, and I basically just said, "Look,
Driving. Sorry.
no, you're good." So basically we went in, and I basically said, "Hey, I gotta use the bathroom," and they wouldn't allow me to go and use the bathroom. So, in real life, what would have happened here? I would have gone home. Well, no, I wouldn't have gone home. We were going somewhere. We would have gotten back in the car and we would have continued to drive. However, in this universe, I'm a fucking crazy son of a bitch. So I could see the bathroom on I think the third or second floor. So I fucking scaled the building to fucking get to it. Like, so
Yeah, as one does.
right, yeah. So I got to the bathroom, and so the bathroom was a Jack and Jill bathroom, where if you know what that means.
I don't.
What?
I don't.
Okay,
I
so
don't know what that
basically,
means.
so like what that means is basically like the bathroom had like doors on like both sides, basically. Um, uh, so essentially, I had to make sure that both doors were locked, but the door that led into the building wouldn't lock. So I kind of had to make sure that the door didn't open. Uh, so I went to the bathroom, and then some Asian guy, and I know that Middle Eastern people are Asian, but like he was,
Some
but like I mean like East Asian, like uh, which is like not Middle Eastern. So I was like, okay, I don't know why he's here, but like fine, like like whatever. And so he was like, "Oh man, you should join our school." And I was like, "All right, fuck. I thought I wasn't allowed to join, but like, okay." I mean, like, also I had somewhere to be, but like at this point, I just forgot about that, I guess. And I then went into like I don't know if I'd call it a ritual, but basically, we had to like basically in order to join the school officially, we had to like go around like the library, and we had to find three pictures of Middle Eastern, like famous Middle Eastern people. Uh,
okay.
and I shit you not, the three people I
Sounds like a
found,
Nancy Drew puzzle.
were my Jewish ass aunt, uncle, and my aunt's sister. Uh, Not Middle Eastern at all, but fuck, I guess that. I mean, I guess if you want to go technical, I guess technically a Middle Eastern, but like, you get what I mean. You know, like, like,
Yeah, not directly.
yes, correct. But like in the dream, it made sense to me, I guess. So I just picked out those cards, and I was like, all right, cool. Now I can be a part of this school. But then the fucking kicker is they then walked us over. Like, even like this school, like it wasn't like a bad school, but it was very basic. But then the fucking kicker is they walked us over to another building, and it turned out it was another school that fucking like admitted everyone, and it was for like super smart people. It's like, oh, I could have just used the shitter in there, you know, like, and like
Yeah.
I would have been fine. And we explored, and the school was like super cool. It was like super like high tech, and
Yeah,
like
right.
all the students were smart, and I was like, damn, the school's awesome. You know, uh, that's all I remember of that dream.
Pretty fantastic.
I guess.
I mean, okay, so you know me. I'm a big fan of like Ninja Sex Party.
Mm-hmm.
So Dan Avidan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on a bus
Right.
in some random city. And I walk up and I see the bus driver, and it's Dan Avidan. And I'm like, dude, you're driving buses now? He's like, yeah, I'm doing it for musical inspiration. And I'm like, right, driving a bus? I was like, all right, man. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I really like your music. Like, are you cool if I like sit and chat with you? And he was like, yeah, for sure. And he just like, we just had this like long conversation, um, for no fucking reason. And then he was like, hey, you should listen to my album. It comes out today. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. And like he already like the thing is like I already knew the date that it was getting released and everything, but he went, listen to my album. It's gonna be great. And that's when the prophecy, like that their album, The Prophecy, got released, and I was like, oh man, fucking banger. Like I don't know, it was really fucking weird though. Just like,
This is for you, Dan.
yeah, this is for you, Danny. Woo! Like
Woo!
those are my celebrity dreams that I've had. Um, uh, and then there was just like there's really, I don't know, I can't think of like many like many big dreams. I mean, there have been dreams where I was like working at like my work, and then like I had a customer at the front, like at the cash register, be like, can I get a member? Can I get a member? Can I make a member? And I'd be like, I'm sorry, can you speak up? And I was like, okay, that was just a dream about being really fucking annoyed. Like that was just a dream about being really like irritated, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I can't think of any other like. Hmm. I don't. So maybe I should just start writing down because I have crazy dreams. And the thing is I talk in my sleep a lot, like a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Um. So I mean, like, there have been things that I say in like my sleep that my fiance writes down, or like exes have written down before and been like, "Yeah, you said like something about like this, or like you've said something about this," and I've been like, "What are you talking about?" Like, there was one where I was like holding up, like my fiance has a video of this. I was holding up one of my pillows. I was going like, "It's written right here in the text, in the sacred text. It's written right there. It's written," and I was like pointing at my pillow, holding it up. Um, and he just like he like got a whole video of that. It was like a 2-minute video of me just going like, "It's right there, like in my sleep." And then there was like another time I was ranting about like what was it? Some dude that like apparently had 2 guitars and one guitar was for only when he was singing about pee. Like only when he was singing about pee. It was his pee guitar. Um like nothing else could be sung about with that guitar. It was his pee guitar. I don't remember that at fucking all. Oh, you know what? Actually, I just remembered a couple dreams, okay? So, one dream, this is the dream that happened before, I was violently fighting an Orthodox rabbi. Like an Orthodox Jewish rabbi. Like violently. It wasn't like a pat, like bap, one swing, two swing. No, it was like violent, like we were glaring, we were like gnashing our teeth, we were like fucking primal instinct, beating the shit out of each other. Like beating the absolute, like there was blood and teeth and hair flying. Like me and this rabbi were fucking going ham. I don't know the context of before.
Right.
I don't know what happened after. But my fiance recalls me just kind of like rolling around and being like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." But like in my in my dream, I just violently was like, and we were both like getting good hits in. Like I was getting my ass beat as much as he was getting his ass beat. We were fucking violently like
Why?
trying to beat each other up. I don't fucking know why. This man was bleeding. His white beard was like red with blood. My face was covered in blood, my own and his. Like there was puddles of blood and like a couple teeth from both of us, and our knuckles were bloody. Like it was graphic and violent as fuck. Like it was not like a cool little like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking fight a rabbi," like pat like one swing two. Like it was, I am violently fighting for my life and winning and losing at the same time. Like um yeah, and then yeah, it's fucking and I woke up from that. And I think I actually messaged our Discord server about it. I was like, "Hey, like I just had a dream where I very violently fought an Orthodox rabbi."
Sure, that
I
fucking
don't know.
rabbi who was boss. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, but that guy was also showing me who was boss. We were very violently going at it. And the thing is the background of the whole dream was just white. It was just a white void. We just like were violently fucking boom, boom. Like I would get like boom, 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 like punch after punch after punch, and then he'd come back, block it, and then boom, 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 and like kick my ass a little bit, and like we were like rolling on the floor and like banging each other's heads on the floor, and like I was like pulling his beard, like trying to like snap his neck. He was trying to like grab my neck and snap it. Like it was incredibly violent. It was incredibly violent. Like It was probably one of the most violent dreams I have ever fucking had.
It's also really funny because, like, the idea of you violently fighting anyone to that extent at all is funny to me. But
Fucking right? Like, I
but
don't do
but
that.
but then the fact that it's a rabbi who's also violently fighting you, like,
Like it's. I think it's really funny because it's the fact that it's an Orthodox rabbi and me violently going back and forth at each other. Like, what made us escalate to that point?
I really was something like,
It takes a lot, I feel like, to escalate a rabbi and me to the point where we would be violently fighting in a white void. We were, I mean, seriously, like, we were trying to kill each other without, like, strangling. Like, anything south of CERN, not south of, anything except for, like, strangling.
right.
We were, like, doing to each other. We were, like, spitting in each other's faces. We were, I woke up and I, like, felt like I had been punched in the face, kind of. Like, I felt like the aftermath. I, like, touched my face and I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. But, like, and you know me. You know I'm not, like, a particularly violent person.
Right.
Like, that fucking dream, man. I had something in my mind in a white void, and I had to fight a rabbi violently. And an Orthodox rabbi at that, too. Like, a very Orthodox rabbi. Like,
Right.
black coat, long beard, peyote, like, a yarmulke, and then one of those big brimmed hats. Seriously, like, a very Orthodox rabbi. What the fuck gets you to that point where you're violently fighting a rabbi?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who was
Like,
fucking doing it.
I don't know. I hope there's a follow-up.
You have a dream where, like, fucking, like, you're, like, with your fiance, and then, like, all of a sudden, like, fiance gets, like, shot in the head, and then you're just like, what? And then you turn around, and then you see the rabbi, and he's just like, you son of a bitch, and then you go, you took everything from me, and then
No, like, I want to, like, okay, so I want to, like, be walking in, like, New York or something.
right,
Or, like, some Jewish area. And just, I catch eyes. Like, my eyes meet with this Orthodox rabbi. And he knows because he had the same fucking dream. And he just, like, we just lock eyes and we're like, and it's either a death match right then and there or we come to a mutual agreement. But I feel like, to be honest, we'll probably just have a fucking death match. We'll probably just have a fucking death match. No one's going to be able to stop us. like, I don't know, man. If my eyes ever meet with that rabbi and he, like, gets angry or violent and starts, like, and if he had the same dream as me, we're gonna violently fight. Like, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. So there's one Orthodox rabbi out there. I don't know where you are. But if we find each other, I love you, but I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. I'm prepared and I'm more than ready to beat the ever-loving shit out of you. I don't know, man. I feel like if I had that kind of dream and then I saw that rabbi in person, I don't know what, like, I don't know. And then I had like a really interesting dream. I had like a really, it was like a, okay, so it was like weird. It was like okay, so I was in a synagogue and there were like three rabbis sitting. We were like studying, right? There were a bunch of desks, and then there's a big like podium with three rabbis sitting. And then there was like the head rabbi, and then there were two other rabbis. The head rabbi, guess which rabbi it was?
the rabbi that you beat the shit out of.
The rabbi that I was violently beating the ever-living shit out of a few days ago in my dream. But now we're like in a completely different world, and I'm like studying, and then I hear, Akiva, come to the stand. Like, you must fulfill a quest is for you. And I was like, what? And he was like, take this Torah scroll and use it as your guiding light. crawl under the synagogue's depths and find the biblical sword to slay the demons and evil. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and like I get a stone tablet and a Torah scroll, and I'm like I'm going through the depths of the synagogue and shit, and I find the sword, and I get the sword, and then standing in front of me is the fucking rabbi.
Did you kill him?
And I stab him.
Yes.
But the thing is I have never felt this surreal thing in a dream before, but I felt my like knife scraping against the bone in his chest as I drove it through him. Like, and I felt the warmth of his blood on me. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like stepped back and I was like, begone, demon. And it like, the demon went, and the sword fell out of the rabbi and the rabbi was fine. But like, what the actual fuck? Because it's just this rabbi, this random fucking Orthodox rabbi that I just apparently want to beat the shit out of.
Yeah, he fucking deserves it, apparently.
I fucking guess so. Like, what did he do? Kill my family?
Apparently.
Like, goddamn. I don't understand.
Hey man, that fucker's gotta die. If you ever find him in real life, like, honestly,
I'm gonna kick his ass. If I ever find him in real life, I'm gonna beat the absolute shit out of him. And if he resists, I'm gonna kick his ass even more. Like, I don't know what happened. But that is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have another crazy dream, but maybe you should go. Maybe you should go.
Which dream do I want to tell? I'll tell the one I had last night.
Oh God.
I went to my grandparents' house, and while I was there, my dad began to believe that my mom was a bad mom. She eventually convinced him that she wasn't. I was in the room because I didn't want to be involved. That was just kind of sad, honestly.
That was sad.
Yeah.
When I was little, when I was younger, I would have a recurring fucking dream. I would like be dreaming and I would like look somewhere and then my eyes would be like locked wide open at a certain location. And there would be this is so weird. It was up until I was like 11 or 12. But out of my peripheral and then into my like eyesight, a porcupine would walk by. And I would hiss at it. Like I would hiss at it. And I would freak the fuck out hissing at it. And then I would wake up hissing.
Shoot him his boss.
Like, I don't understand. I guess I was scared. And this happened. This was a recurring dream from like as long as I can remember until I was like 11 or 12.
Like I said, you showed that fucking raccoon or whatever who's fucking boss.
Porcupine, man. Fucking porcupine. I don't know why. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand why. And then, dude, I have so many recurring Jewish dreams. But there was this one time.
There's this one time.
Oh yeah. So in my dream, there was a frog, and this frog claimed that he was the Messiah, that he could cure people, create miracles, and like read the Torah, and he knew the Torah by heart. And I was like, that's really weird. Like really fucking weird. This was after I think I did some Talmud study or something. I don't know. So Judaism was on my mind, obviously. So one of my rabbis that I know, like one of the rabbis I know, she tested him. She was like, well, if you could read this perfectly. And then he read it perfectly. And I was like, no, guys, it's a frog. It's a frog. What are you talking about? They were like, no, this is a man. This is the Messiah. And I'm like, no, it's a frog. So I spent it felt like an eternity just trying to convince everyone that it was a frog. And then eventually the frog just killed me. Like the frog, like took its tongue fucking, and then like stretched its tongue out, got me and ate me, and
Oh,
I woke up.
he fucking vored you. Jeez.
Yeah, pretty hot. Not gonna lie.
Damn. I mean, honestly, you're kind of froggish for that. Not gonna lie. Like, just being like,
No, you're right.
oh man, a frog can't be the Messiah. What the fuck? Like, we need to have frog exclusive
Well, but the thing
bathrooms.
is like everyone else saw him as a person.
We need to have frog exclusive bathrooms. I can't eat in the same restaurant as a frog.
Any anyway, yeah, that's my yeah.
I will finish my dream now. I was reading it, and then we got off track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was one part of my dream. Keep in mind, in my dream, I have like multiple different stories. This one is completely disconnected. I had a dream where a bunch of characters stayed in a room. So like it was me, and like some of the characters were real, and some of them like weren't. They were just part of my dream. Like one of them was like Big Bird. Like Big Bird was like one of the characters that like stayed in the room with us. Like there were a bunch of characters,
Oh yeah, Big Bird.
and then one day characters started like just disappearing. Implying that like they died. You know. But also it was also kind of like a TV show. Like okay, it was like a TV show that like I was in, and during that episode, Big Bird wasn't there, and they didn't address it because I'm guessing that like in the context of the dream, Sesame didn't allow Big Bird to be in an episode where people were dying, uh, and uh, and so we tried to cheer everybody up, but obviously people were disappearing, so it was kind of hard. We also had like a hairstylist who was staying with us. Uh,
Is it
Apparently,
just in some random room?
so it was like a decently like large room, so there was an exit, but we never went outside. But basically, there were like a whole bunch of bunk beds in the room, and that's like where we slept. There was also a bed that if you slept on it, uh, you would just get like fucking terrifying thoughts. Like it was crazy. Then later in the dream, again completely unrelated, but later in the same dream, I was working with Breaking Bad characters, uh, and Jesse found out that I was Jewish and wanted to kill me, because I was Jewish, and like Walter asked me, "Are you really Jewish?" And I was basically like, "Sure." Like, who fucking cares, right? And Walter agreed, but like Jesse really wanted to kill me, and everyone was like, "Okay, who cares?" And so I remember I walked up to Jesse and I fucking grabbed the gun and I put it up to my head and I just fucking went, "Fucking do it, fucking do it," and he just wouldn't. Like he was saying like a super long time and he just wouldn't do it. Uh, and I don't. Okay. According to what I wrote down, he did not. He apparently chose not to kill me. But I remember that in the dream, I just walked up to Jesse and I grabbed his fucking shotgun and I fucking just put it right here and I just fucking went, "Fucking do it, do it, do it," and he just and he wouldn't. So, uh,
Man,
which
that is quite the dream.
which is really funny because I'm watching season 5 right now and like Jesse is like the last person to fucking do that.
Yeah, man, I love Jesse.
Yo, Mr. White, let me see your dick.
Well, I don't know why that is the recurring thing for you to say, but you know.
I think it's okay. I don't know. I just think it's really okay. I don't know why, but I think it's like a universal thing to have like characters in shows who are like platonically friends just be gay, or like more accurately like shows where like they're just like working together and there's like literally no sexual tension at all. Just make them like super like, "Walter, put your dick away, Walter. I'm
I'm
not
gonna have
having
sex.
sex with you right now, Walter. That's not my
It's
call."
not, it's not my call, Walter. Put your dick away, no Walter. Just oh my god.
You got any more dreams?
Not that I can really think of. Um, I mean, like, I've had, like, I've had just, like, classic, like, oh, I peed my pants in public, or, like, I don't have underwear at school, or, like, oh, you know what? There was one time, before, before, uh, before I knew what, boners were, when I was younger, I had a dream that, my dick just kept inflating in my pants until it like filled my like my pant and like basically made itself another pant leg. So I was like walking and like one of the feet was my dick and then like two of my other feet were my regular, but I had three legs. And I just had to like go to school like that. My mom was like, I don't care if you have a dick leg. Literally in her words, she went, I don't care if you have a dick leg. You're gonna go to work. You're gonna go to school. Like you have to go to school.
Wait,
So
okay,
I
wait,
just like,
hold on. Wait. So was your dick just the size of a leg, or did your dick become a
yeah,
leg?
my dick was the size of a leg and it functioned as a leg. Hard
Huh.
too. Like, yeah, like whenever I like would touch it, it would like be hard. It was interesting. It was very very interesting.
Huh.
It was honestly great. You know.
Here's a short one. In my dream, so this was for one of our recording days. I remember that I had to get up at 9 o'clock to record. And in my dream, I woke up like around like 10. And so I messaged you and I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, I woke up at 10. I'll be there in a bit, you know? And then I woke up. But of course I'm waking up from sleeping, right? That's how you wake up. And I'm like, oh my god, I fell asleep again. Fuck. And then I checked the fucking and I checked the time and it was like 9:20. And I was like, oh, okay. But now it is time for the grand one. This is my longest dream ever. I am going to read to you my dream that I had one night long ago. So this is a few different dreams, but I will read them to you. I dreamt that I was playing a game of Five Nights at Freddy's, where you had to navigate hallways without seeing where you were going. I don't know how that worked. I know that it did somehow. In the game, oh yeah. So in the game, there. Oh, by the way, this all took place inside my grandma's house. I don't know why, but it did. Uh, but
Cool.
there was a box filled with games in it, and of course, in the context of the game, they're not expecting people to look in it, so they gave it really dumb titles. One of the titles was SpongeBob. Sure. I don't know why it was called that, but it was. The only way you could see where everyone was by looking through different characters' heads. That's right. You had to look through their eyes to see where things were. I don't know how that worked, but that's what you had to do. The animatronics couldn't see you except for Springtrap, who could see residue, which he called shadows. I don't get it, and I don't need to. As the game progressed, I ended up in my grandma's house, and the family was at dinner. Some of the animatronics got replaced with members of the family, like my mom and dad and such. My grandma could also control where the animatronics went and set off triggers for them to begin their walk path, which is weird because like they still tried to kill me, so I don't know why she still made that happen. But, like, okay. I remember I wanted to show her some of the games with bad names, but I don't remember how I got to or not. That reminds me of another dream. I was at like a family dinner. No, it was like Christmas dinner with, my family. And we were all getting ready to eat, right? And I was like so excited. And like people started like talking like really weirdly. Like people were like, "Hey, did you get the meat?" And I was just like, and
The meat.
yeah, and they weren't talking to me. They were talking to like members of the family. And like they were kind of just like talking, like BC, they were like talking like that, and people would say, "Should like, did you do it yet?" And they'd be like, "No, we have to find someone." And I was like, what the fuck? And then eventually, my cousins pulled one of their friends outside. They basically said, "Hey, hey man, you want to go grab a beer?" And as the door closed, I watched my cousin pull out a knife, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And so I went up to my dad, and my dad is, and basically, like, they were planning on making burgers. So I sat down with my dad, and I was like, "Dad, I think they're gonna fucking cook and eat people to fucking make the burgers." And he was just like, "Yeah, I know." And I was just like, "You know?" And he was just like, "Yeah." And he was just like, "Yeah, I think it's kind of fun." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And
I
then
think it's kind of fun.
and oh no, that's not what he said. He said, "Yeah, I kind of like it." Like, and not
Oh,
in like a weird way. He said it like in the way that like you say you like a band. He said it like, "Yeah, like, I kind of like it." And it's like, what the fuck? Like, and then I woke up and I was like, "Oh my god, that was the craziest shit." Anyways, what's the rest of the dream? I also dreamt that I was in Red Dead Redemption 2. This part I
okay.
don't remember as well. I remember that there was an ending where Abigail was mad at John for filling up the pipes with water. I don't know what that means, but okay. She was going to get really mad at John before she saw that. Okay. Before she saw he had left her a sandwich in the fridge. Because they had sandwiches, because they had fucking fridges in fucking 1907. John went to the bar. Although it looked nothing like it, I think it was the saloon in Van Horn. And he paid for a drink by stealing money from under the table and dropping some of it off in a trough filled with water in front of him. Jack then showed up, which John was surprised to see as he hadn't seen Jack in a long time. And Jack told him that someone wanted to talk to him outside. There was confusion where someone with a hand puppet was pretending to be the person he needed to talk to, but after John tried to clarify if it was really him or not, the puppet was randomly on Jack's hand. Jack then ran outside and John followed, when he got outside, there was a doll who was mad at John. And
Oh,
John then pulled one of his strings and it came apart. Afterwards, the credits played,
oh,
where John was
okay.
making a face that seemed meme worthy. I put that in quotes, meme worthy. There was
Okay.
also there was also a secret ending where John took his family to an
Of your
island.
dream?
What?
A secret ending of your dream?
Yeah. There was also a
Ah,
secret ending where John took his family to an island. His family was much larger in the dream. And the same thing happened with the doll, except for some reason the Simpsons were there. They were flying away from the doll, and Homer was distracted by wanting to take a picture of cheese. I don't get I don't get it. He called his wife, but after a bit, Sadie Adler grabbed the phone and made Homer do whatever he was supposed to do. Once they landed, the doll was going to do a final blow. I don't remember how this part went, but um, but the doll had like a cannon. It was gonna shoot Homer with it, and Homer also had a cannon, and Homer shot the doll first. Uh, Afterwards, there was a dead fish, and the doll said it would be back. Then a trailer for okay. Then a trailer with Fortnite played with Count Dooku. John
oh,
Marston still had the same expression, but everyone else looked normal. Then I have a section that's called Parts That Don't Fit In Anywhere. I bought a bag of Doritos. I don't know why. Even in the dream, I knew I didn't. Even in the dream, I knew I didn't like them. And my mom was buying something else. I also had Starbucks. I put the Starbucks on the counter, like, to pay for it. And we had some slight banter about how I shouldn't tempt the cashier with the Starbucks. I don't even know what that means. My mom and her talked about how they didn't like the boss. I also wondered if I could get a job there since it was walking distance. And that's it. Those those, those are my dreams.
pretty wild, man.
Oh man. I'll have to write down more of my dreams because my dreams are crazy. Hum.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, we did it. We filled an episode.
We
We
did.
filled an episode with us and our Tom. We laughed. We cried. We cream pied.
Sure.
You know, um,
We did something.
anyways, you know what my motto is?
What is your motto?
It's about that time that we wrap up.
I agree. Everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We had fun making it. I've been your host, Jonas Goldberg.
I've been a host, not your host. I belong to no one.
All right. Be the fucking maker of your own destiny, I guess. And we'll see you
Fuck
next
yeah.
time. And we'll see you next time. Adios.
Next Wednesday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.